Well, good morning and welcome to the Bowtie Gardens. It's time for some cleanup today. I've already spent a day doing it and more today, and just thought I'd take you along a little bit and show you the progress as we go and kind of get an idea. If you're just stumbling along finding Bowtie Life, we talk mostly about gardening, sometimes about life. So please subscribe and click like on this video. We put out a video just about every day, not quite every day, but just about every day. And we try to keep that schedule up, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way. I do work a full-time job as a handyman, so things happen. Anyway, here we go. Hi, I'm Bowtie Dave. The strawberry patch has not looked this good in a while. I am very excited to have so many weeds pulled up. I actually did this section over here, all around over here on July 4th, and today is July 7th. And already, after just 3 days, you can still see that the leaf flower and other stuff is coming back up, and it's just stuff that I missed. So I'll be trying to keep up with this. However, I'm going on another trip for just a week this time. Last time was 2 weeks. This time is only a week, so hopefully I won't miss very much. Another bed that's had some cleaning up done already is the artichoke patch. And I'm beginning to wonder, I think I need to control the water coming out of this little irrigation head. It looks like these plants may have been getting too much water. Their leaves are curled out, so their stomata are open, so they release water because they're getting too much water maybe. If I'm wrong, please, oh please, comment in this video and let me know, because I need to know. I'm going to do a little research on that. I'm thinking about putting a little valve on this line right here. I am planning to come back in here with a little bit of wood chip from the zombie wood chip file that never dies and try to get some of these weeds under control. I'm very excited about how clean this is. You can see here the mess of stuff we've been cleaning out, and a whole bunch of branches that's been trimmed out. But I wanted to show you all this dollar weed root, this white stuff here. This is from July 4th. It's 3 days old. Look down here. This is the current stuff. It's very perky, but I literally pulled out hundreds of feet of this stuff all through here. They're just wads and wads. In fact, underneath this pile somewhere, there is a area where I was literally pulling up 10, 20 strands of it at a time, and no pieces were less than 2 feet long. But this is full, that's full. Before we're done, that's going to be full. Yes, that's my recycle bin, and my guys here that come pick up the green waste today will normally empty that for me, and when they empty it, it will be put back to the recycle bin. But there's a pile here. Now, I haven't really touched the zinnia patch at all. There is a little bit of dollar weed growing up in here, but I have a lot of dichondra growing here, and I'm trying to figure out dichondra. Now, the leaf for dichondra is kind of unique. First off, dollar weed, the stem comes up into the middle of the leaf, as you can see here. This is what makes the long white roots under the ground. The dichondra, you can see here, it acts more like a clover, but you can see that it has a heart-shaped leaf without a point here. But it has kind of a heart shape. And that's dichondra. And I've done a little bit of research. I found a little bit of research on using it as a cover crop. And I've had some really impressive results as that. But I'm trying to find out more about dichondra. I have a lot of it out here. And I'm actually encouraging it. Well, I'm not saying encouraging. I'm saying I'm less likely to pull out dichondra than I am anything else. Like these grasses, they have to come out, of course. I don't want grasses growing in here. These dollar weeds, if I pull them, see there's one of those white roots. That was a small piece, but these are the white roots that come out for the dollar weed. What I've learned is if I pull the other stuff out now, this is not dichondra. It is more like a clover than dichondra, but this here, if I get the other stuff out from on top of it, oh, there we go. Looky there. This is dollar weed. See how long that is? And it comes out in long strands like that. You pull it out, you lay it on top, it'll just die. Now it's time to cut some of this raggedy grass. Now this is a patch, the only patch I have of this other type of grass. It makes the little seed spurs, not the burr grass. I don't think. It's this stuff right here. And if you know what this is, please let me know. I'm going to run that through my plant identifier, plant net identifier. So PlantNet called it a nut sedge, and I don't believe that is what it is. It's only a 32% confidence, though it may be. What I do know is I cut this grass very short, and my St. Augustine grass has been overtaking it. It used to go quite a bit farther over. So I feel like I'm catching up. One note here, this is where I cut out a Sego Palm, which is a scourge to Florida. You should not be planting Sego palms. They are poisonous to our wildlife. They're not native, and it's just not a good thing to put here. But for the first time I've seen, in fact, I see fewer and fewer of these as we go. We have little tiny Sego palms trying to grow, and I'm not going to allow that thing to come back at all, period. No questions asked. It is not a plant for Florida. So this one little patch I cut at the lowest setting on my lawnmower, and then I go up to 2 inches and I cut the rest of it, and it just thrives. It is just going nuts. So if you follow along with my videos, which we release about one every day, but not quite every day, and you might know that this area right here where all the brown is, we have weed fabric. In fact, you can see it right next to the tree a little bit. This is weed fabric under here, and I can pull back just a little bit, and you can see there's maybe an inch. There's not much there. The reason why I did this is because I didn't want a lot of weeds stealing nutrients from my grapefruit tree and my orange trees. But occasionally I still have to keep these clean. Now, the nice thing, the St. Augustine grass, I can pull it up real easy, and I just drop it where I'm mowing. This leaf flower that normally grows deep roots, ooh, that was actually kind of deep, but look how the dollarweed just pulls up. There's a nice long piece of it. These dollarweed literally just grab a root and it grows just under the surface. And so I can control the weeds. And in fact, here's one of those handfuls in all directions of dollarweed. But I can literally take just a few seconds and pull out anything growing over this thing in large areas. However, so this is my own personal journal, taking notes on what the things I'm doing. We come back in this corner, and that's the blueberries right back over here. Look at this ivy. I keep pulling this out. I need to find the tuber on this thing. This is getting out of hand. It pulls up easy. It also has prickers, so if I go ouch, you'll know why. It pulls up pretty easy, and a lot of this is what's going to go into that recycle bin for them to pull up to dump today. That's the next task, though. I love that the weed fabric makes it so easy to lift it all out. It really does. It's just like, boom, it's gone. And there we have literally less than 2 minutes worth of lifting. Now I still got some grasses and other things to pull out, but the ivy just on top of the weed fabric. So it's not a terrible thing, but I can see some going up over here on the blueberries. I can see there's some over here. I'm gonna have to clean out the blueberries. Fortunately, they're not producing right now. They're not even expected to produce. But that's part of the mess that we have to clean. So along the way here, gonna have to trim the hedges at some point. I guess today's the day. Got a real eclectic collection of hedges across this house we bought almost 2 years ago now. But we got azaleas, we got boxwood, we got ligustrum. And as quick as that, it's done. Nice hedges. Yeah, they're not pretty. Me and hedges don't get along well. So there they are. Me and grass don't get along well. Really weird coming from a gardening channel. Here I am trying to take out as much grass as I can. So I also trimmed the ligustrum when I trimmed the front hedges. This is that thing that was about 10 feet tall. Quite a mess. I don't tend to it much. I knew it was coming out eventually, and now I know what's replacing it. We're going to put one of our brown turkey figs somewhere right in here, but I wanted to show you something that I discovered while I was cutting it. If we look in here, you'll notice, so we're inside the ligustrum, and you'll notice this is the ligustrum right here, that tan trunk. Look at this darker trunk. This thing here is a pepper tree that was coming out of this ligustrum. Funny thing is, there's another one. 2 of these pepper trees coming out of this ligustrum. This thing was a mess, and it's actually got a few legs to it, but I'm gonna cut this thing out totally anyway. Start killing the root ball out so we can plant a fig tree. Oh, I'm so excited. Brown turkey figs. So in case you're wondering what I'm calling a pepper tree, it's this thing right here. It's kind of a trash tree around here. People cut them out when they want to because they grow so prolifically. I mean, they grow like nuts around here. But you can see what the leaf looks like. And yeah, they grow like weeds. I literally pull hundreds of these out every time I weed. In fact, I can see one right here coming down here. These are the ones that when I pull them, a lot of times they come out with a seed. Let's see if we can get one. Well, get the idea. They'll come out with a seed attached to them. Here's another one right here. Sometimes. Of course, not on camera. And I'm pulling out just, oh, there's one. There's one with a seed left over. That's what they come out like. These things grow everywhere. Ooh. No, that's just, oh, yep, sure enough. There's a seed right there. Looky there. There's one of them with a seed. These things drop little berries. In fact, I think I might have a collection of them over here in a tarp. Or, oh, here's a few. These are the berries that come off it. Seeds. These things, they hit the dirt, they sprout. So, pretty crazy. I'm gonna try to cut out as much of that as I can right now. So that right there is a perfect little pepper tree. That's what you see sometimes when you pull it out fresh. Look at the seed down there. Broken fresh in half, roots, nice little stem. There you go. And finally, have 2 areas like this. Oh, by the way, that ligustrum, some of you might know it as a privet hedge. Just a side note. Anyway, I have 2 areas like this of overgrown grass, but it's overgrown because look, there's grow bags down inside here. These are pepper plants and there's tomato plants and oh, there's some. I see some basil that could go out. Anyway, there's even some. Boy, I can't speak now, can I? Pomegranate trees down in there, but you can't even see stuff because the grass is so tall. So what I do with this, about once every 2 or 3 months, I come in here, and this is the hot season. Kind of makes it miserable, but I come in here and clean this up. And basically I just move all the pots over here on the nice clear area, run the mower, and then move all the pots back. So I'm over here cleaning out these solo cups that at one point had pomegranates, and you can see they're covered in grass, but look, they still have pomegranates growing inside the grass. There are pomegranates all through it. That's a pomegranate right there. It's a pomegranate tree. All this grass growing right over it, and they don't even care what's growing with it. Look at this big old thing growing. It's got roots sticking out the bottom. There's still a pomegranate growing next to it. How amazing is that? These are the most resilient seedlings I think I have ever seen. So to my untrained eye, this looks like a mess. But this right here, that right there, is a pomegranate. All grown together. Just doesn't look like these things care what they're sharing their solo cup with. They just want to be a part of the party. Well, that may be the first time this area has been cleaned out for a few months. Much nicer now. I also pulled out a whole bunch of grow bags and pots that had nothing in them. I've already taken some pots away. but cleared out a lot. There's actually still a peri-peri in here, but I don't think it's going to survive. So, and of course the last spot over here by the compost bin, an area that has not been cleaned, I don't think, since we've moved in completely. I want to try to get all this cleared out. Oh my goodness, got loquat trees in there, we got mints, we got aloe, we got rosemary, we got, oh my goodness, it's a mess. Even got a onion patch back there. We have some rain coming. I hear thunder in the distance. That might put a hamper on things. Well, I got the job started, but it is starting to rain. I may come out later and do some more. However, I think we're going to go ahead and end the video here. I do want to show some very exciting news. Tell me what you think that is. I am over the moon about that. Hey, if you're just stumbling along finding Bowtie life, please subscribe. We release a video almost every day. We talk mostly about gardening, sometimes about life. If you've already subscribed, thanks for coming back and watching another video. Appreciate you visiting. This is, of course, my own personal journal of things going on in the garden. And just what's been going on. I'm a little dirty now because I've been working hard. If you thought this was inspirational, educational, informational, or just entertaining, see some old guy sweating in the garden, click the thumbs up and share on your social media with other gardeners that might enjoy being inspired in their gardens. We do release monthly garden tours at the end of every single month, the progress going on in the garden, and love to have you join us. In fact, I went back and looked at the garden tours for the last few months, and that other side over there with all the grow bags hadn't been cleared out since March. So yeah, 4 months since that's been cleared out. Very happy with how it looks. Not too bad though. Job done. Y'all have a blessed day.